Hey, what's up, YouTube fam? It's the NOB. Appreciate y'all for stopping in, spending time with the old man once again. Hope everything is going fine. Hope you've been putting in some work, practicing those loops that we talked about during the last video. All right, without further ado, let's get right to it. This video is going to be a continuation on loops because that's where I am in my journey. And if you're following along with me, that's where you are too. We're doing this systematically, which systematically, whichever version you prefer. And so the past few weeks, I have been personally working on loops. I know everybody's direction and path is different. It's unique for everybody, but there are certain, I guess, core fundamental things that I'm trying to establish at this particular point in my journey. So I'm still on loops, and as you can see right here before you, there are a couple of shorts. These are actually shorts. So speaking of short, I'm gonna try and keep this video short because I have a tendency to just run my mouth too much, so I got to work on this. But just think of this as kind of how we crate dig for music. I crate dig for videos sometimes, and as you can see, the past few videos I've brought them to you, so brought them to you, to us, to the tribe, so we can just kind of have fun with them, kick back and just discuss them and just watch them together. So here before you, in the same topic as loops, we're still on that. Like I said, like some of these, I'll say some, I want to say a lot of these techniques and things, these are things that I foresee myself probably just always working on. It's not really ever going to be probably a point in time where it's like, okay, I'm just perfect. I can no longer improve in a certain category. I guess I kind of look at DJing that same way. It's just kind of like a just forever growth type trajectory. So there's always something. There's not really a cap to it. I mean, there's not a real cap to creativity, is there? I mean, just whatever you're only limited by yourself. The only limit is up here. So with that being said, I want to be the best DJ I can be. And that's different for everybody. So I'm not trying to be what Karl Marx or DJ Hype or James Hype or Paul Oakenfold, or I'm just naming some. There's a plethora of others that I'm sure you all are familiar with, but I'm not trying to emulate them. I have my own perceived style, as I'm sure you do as well, and I'm just trying to be the best I can be at that. So, but with that being said, some of the, I guess, the genre that I find myself in, some of these skills that I am actually interested in probably aren't really very pervasive, or just things that I would really use a lot in the particular genre that I see myself doing. But at the same time, there are skills, and I'm speaking now, even though we're looking at loops, I'm thinking about scratching. Like, I think scratching is a pretty cool skill that I would like to get solid at. I mentioned it before on some of my other videos. So it's something that I practice on a fairly regular basis, not because I use it a lot, just because I think it's cool, just a cool skill to have in my DJ toolkit per se. So in case I do need it, in case I want to change gears, in case I do find myself switching over to a new genre, it's there. Or even in the genre that I am in, if I can creatively figure out a way to implement those techniques, then, you know, the more options you have available and in your toolkit, the better you're going to be. I mean, that's just it. So, and I want to be a strong DJ. So again, like I said before, I run my mouth too much. Let's focus. Let me get my focus back. Come on, NOB, get your focus back. Get your head in the game. All right, we're on loops. Now, this first loop, I've been crate digging, so I found a couple little, I think, little gem clips that I figured I just make a quick video of to show you. And there's, you know, there's really no point of me doing a actual video of myself doing these techniques. I mean, there, you know, clearly there are other people that have done this before, so, you know, we can watch along together, even though these are not, you know, these are not my clips. Again, this is research, information, knowledge. All right, the first one is from Tullum, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Tullum DJ Academy. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It looks like a pretty cool little DJ, little, I don't say getaway or school. It's an academy, but the location, it appears to be just an absolute beautiful location. So, you know, one day I kind of foresee myself taking a vacation there. And then while I'm there, just maybe taking a couple of little sessions, private sessions or something, you know, just to put a cherry on top. But anyway, this first video, it's a beginner, as you can see here. It doesn't have any views, which is shocking to me that videos like this don't get many views. But this is a basic transition using the loops. Again, we're still on loops. So this is loops, basic loops, transition for beginners. Let's get into it. I like the way he does it step by step. He slows it down. He makes it nice and slow. Okay, so here we go. All right. Obviously, I have the wrong video. Okay, my bad. I had the wrong video. I had the wrong video up. I got the right Tullum video here. As you can see here, it's mastering transitions with loops. That is the video that I actually want. So let's get into it. Again, I like the way it's this quick video. They do it step by step, slow it down for us, because I'm here too. But let's get it. I need you. All right. So we got our first track playing. We're setting a 16 beat drum loop. Got that set. And you don't have to have this. What is this we're looking at here? Is this these are CDJ? This is like a CDJ 3000. I mean, you can do this. You don't need CDJ 3000s to do this. I just want to make that clear. You can do this with your FLX4 or your, for me, my DDJ 400 or a beginner controller. Okay, so I just wanted to put that in there before we move on. Okay, let's go. All right, got the first track, 16 beat loop set. That one's going. We're switching over to the second track. In Q. You're listening to it in Q. All right, you're getting it set. You got it set. You got it synced. Take the lows out. Gradually bring the audio level up. Lows, not in. All right, now he's gonna trade the lows out, or the bass. He's trading out the lows, the bass. Okay. All right, what y'all think about that? I mean, that was pretty. I like how he slowed that down. Obviously, when you are actually, I mean, he slowed it down. You'll speed it up, you know, once you get comfortable with. Don't worry about. I'm not worried about the speed right now personally, but just getting the steps. We just want to work on getting the steps and the muscle memory for doing those steps. And then the speed will come with that. And, you know, it'll happen much, much faster than this. Okay. So we're going to watch it one more time, and then we're going to move on to the last and final video.
I need you, rescue, rescue. I need you.
First track, loop set, 16 beat.
Rescue, rescue. I need you. I cherish the moment. Rescue, rescue.
On to the second track, no sound. You can see the faders down. In cue, getting it synced, getting the loop set. We're bringing it in. We're bringing the audio in with the bass out, with the lows out. And it's introduced in nice and slow. We're doing the lows. We're swapping the lows out. And as you can see, he kind of timed how he introduced the lows back in, you know, just kind of within a beat, you know, within beat, I guess, within the beat. Now, I guess I wanted to say, now he's set 16 beats, and that seems to be, from what I can tell, fairly standard. Like, okay, again, this is DJ Academy. This is like 101. They're giving us the basic blueprint. Of course, you see other DJs, or you see DJs using setting loops at different beats. So just use that as a blueprint. You know, you can experiment. You might find it 8 beats is perfect for the loop that you have, or some other beat, you know, however many amount of bars works for you for what you're trying to do. So this was just a blueprint. Keep that in mind. And you can feel free to deviate for your uniqueness. All right, so that was a beginner looping transition, and you know, and then this second one now is advanced. It just popped up on my feed. I don't know what to say. It was a short. Like I said, we've been working on loops. I saw this short pop up. I was like, you know, it's a short. You know, let's see what happens, right? I mean, what could it hurt? Let me just listen to it and just see what kind of concepts. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's the concepts that we're looking to try to grasp, to allow ourselves to grow. So I'm just gonna let is this crossfader crossfader channel, it looks like. So let's get into it. Again, this appears to be intermediate to advanced. He says advanced looping here, so let's go with it.
Let's perform a loop transition. What we're going to do is we're going to set a 2-beat loop on this vocal, then we're going to drop in our next track. Drop in the next track.
He makes it look so easy.
We're going to shorten this loop to a 1-beat loop.
Okay.
Now we've got the 1 beat going. We're going to hit the out button and tighten this loop slowly.
All right, this is pretty advanced. But this also gets into the last loop video that we did, you know, that we kind of went over, using the different techniques to manipulate the loop length, you know, using that jog wheel, you know, that's pretty cool. I've been practicing that too. So, but as you can see here, the different elements coming into play, the first video we watched, basic loop, basic transition. this definitely many more steps involved in this particular transition and loop process. But it's good for us to like just think about it, like just to start letting those concepts soak in and just experiment with them. Even though like I've been experimenting with this, I'm straight trash with it. I'm trash. Like I don't. I mean, I'm trash, but at the same time, I'm trying to, I guess, force my brain, trying to push my partition. I'm trying to extend my performance partition and thought process and mind hand eye coordination to slowly be able to accept doing all this multitasking to accomplish these things. So, and it takes time. It takes time. Again, I'm running my mouth too much. Let me let this play.
I've got the master pitch off, and we're going to increase this pitch.
Now he said he's turned the master pitch off. The master pitch, if you're using Rekordbox, you actually have to, well, I guess depending on what controller you have. I'm on the DDJ 400, so I have to actually use my mouse and click on the Rekordbox, turn the MT off in the Rekordbox to deactivate the MT or the master tempo. So you may I'm saying that to say you may have to do the same. So if you're looking at your controller and you're like, I don't see master tempo, how to turn that off, it may actually be in your software and you need to turn it off on that particular deck.
And we're going to use the reverb to exit the loop. Let's perform a loop transition. What we're going to do is we're going to set a 2-beat loop on this vocal, then we're going to drop in our next track. Drop in the next track.
Okay, dropping in the next track. On beat.
We're going to shorten this loop to a 1-beat loop. Now we've got the 1 beat going.
Okay.
We're going to hit the out button and tighten this loop slowly. I've got the master pitch off, and we're going to increase this pitch. And we're going to use the reverb to exit the loop.
All right, we're going to watch it one more time. I tried to keep my mouth shut on that one. But like I said before, just, if I probably won't be utilizing this in the genres that I do very often, but I do want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable doing things like this and just strengthen my DJ craft and my skills just in general, even if I don't use them. So, and I've been practicing this a fair amount over the past few days or the past couple of days. And you can mix and you'll find, and like I said before, I'm still definitely trash at it. It's going to take me a while to get comfortable, like executing it consistently. Like I can do it sometimes, but there's a lot going on. My old brain is like, as soon as I get into the loop, I'm like, what do I do now? Where is it? Okay, I need to, there's still a lot. It's not second nature. So I'm still having to like pound that into my just instinct to go and do certain things rather than just having to think about it so much. But it's getting there. It's helping me to get better. Just attempting to do it. So that's my advice to you. Just attempt. Just, challenge yourself. And just push yourself. At least for me, but I encourage you to push yourself beyond just the normal. I think you'll be happy that you did so if you do so. So let's watch it one last time together with my mouth shut, and let's do it.
Let's perform a loop transition. What we're going to do is we're going to set a 2-beat loop on this vocal, then we're going to drop in our next track. Drop in the next track. We're going to shorten this loop to a 1-beat loop.
Okay.
Now we've got the 1 beat going. You're gonna hit the out button and tighten this loop slowly. I've got the master pitch off and we're gonna increase this pitch.
And you can also add like a
We're gonna use the
backspin in
reverb.
at the last minute. Boom, a quick backspin.
To exit the loop.
All right. So, I mean, it's just, like I say, once you get comfortable with it to a certain degree, you can start actually, you know, deviating and adding your own little flair to it. But like I said before, and I keep repeating myself, I guess, the main thing for me is just learning how to process multitasking, just helping to strengthen our multitasking capabilities. So not only just technically fundamental with what we're doing and what we're manipulating, but just the multitasking portion of that too that needs to be built up. You know, my multitasking right now is pretty low, so I need to build that up. And the way I see doing that is just by pushing myself, doing practicing things like this, just attempting to. So, and it may take me months, years to get this, but it's something that you know, I do want to get, and I'm going to continue to work on. So, all right. So with that being said, I think I'm going to kind of end this video here. I think I've done enough damage for this time around. I just wanted to get this information to you guys and girls, to you ladies and gentlemen, just so I wouldn't forget about it. You know, thought it was useful stuff. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up. And I appreciate y'all for stopping in once again, spending time with the old man. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I mean, I probably said some stuff that was totally wrong. If you have some videos and things that you recommend or you know, want to just drop some nuggets, some gold nuggets and information in the comments for the tribe, please do so in the comments. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. I love y'all.